Thank y'all so much for the love on my last video that I did on the VMAs. It hasn't even been 24 hours since the VMAs. So shout out to everybody who watched, saw, liked, commented, and shared my video on Nicki's looks. And I might honestly do another one that's in depth. But right now, what we're going to do is talk a little bit more in depth about Nicki's performances last night at the VMAs. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Nicki started off her first performance with the first performance ever of Last Time I Saw You, her most recent single, and she had such a soft voice, and it was very full, and she has amazing voice control, and that's something that I was very astonished by. She kept not she didn't keep all the notes, but and when I say she didn't keep, it wasn't the exact way that she sung it in the studio. She changed up like when she said "When I Called You," but it was still full. It was still, she was not off key at all. Very angelic. I love especially when Nicki went into the rap verse, and I wish I could play this stuff for you so that we can get a more, like clear picture of what I'm discussing, but like YouTube will copyright it. Okay, so just go back into your imagination and make sure y'all are watching the performances on MTV's YouTube channel and get Nicki's numbers up there. Okay, so Nicki start in her first hook. Listen, so close but we was so distant, right? That verse. And then going back into the singing hook, I thought that transition was so amazing because when you look at Nicki performing that verse, she's moving a little bit more in place, and she was inching out more, out of the coat, trying to show us what she was wearing. And so, but the way that she just came back into the singing hook, just like she didn't miss a beat, her breath didn't really change at all. So I thought that was so smooth, and very, very impressive. Once again, the set design was very minimalistic, and I loved it because that's exactly how this song is, and how it should be, and the visual representation of it. All we had was like instrumentation, a couple of people playing instruments. We had the vocalist in the background off to the side. If y'all know her name, let me know who that is, and if it's the same woman who was there in the Pink Print era who went on tour with Nicki. But one thing I did love about the vocal performance, along with the background vocalist, is that their voices never really interfered with each other. You could hear Nicki very clearly, and you could hear her clearly. She gave some ad-libs and some backups towards the end, but you just heard both of them for what they were trying to give. And most importantly, I did not notice this because I have now watched this performance about 10 times, in order to even do this video, but I noticed that Nicki did not have any backtrack. There's no backtrack. Go listen to it again. All you hear is Nicki's raw vocals. There's no backtrack playing in the background, meaning that when you see all these rappers and performers performing, they have their backtrack going. So technically they're just doing karaoke, but Nicki didn't have that. And it's more like respectful to me because you can tell that Nicki is like, she just respects so much the art of performance and the art of being an artist and the art of music, because singing, right? Like, this is not Nicki's wheelhouse. She's not a singer. She is not a vocalist. And so you would think that she would get as much support as possible, but she really chose to rehearse, right? Like, you could tell that she really, really put her work into rehearsing because it really showed, and she really shined last night. And yeah, I was very impressed to not see the backtrack because she really could have relied on that. Anyway, so okay, yeah, this was another amazing look. Not really what I want to talk about right now. Let me see what else I wanted to say. Yeah, so when she was inching out the bodysuit when she was performing Last Time I Saw You, that was another way of getting energy from the crowd. And I love that her mic, right? Her mic is made of I'm sure it's not diamonds, but it's just so beautiful. I just love it. Loved it at all. Let me see. Okay, Taylor's reaction, if you fast forward to 340, is really cool. Taylor, as in Taylor Swift, she had a very serious reaction, but it was a way where you could tell that she really respected Nicki and she was really grateful for her performance. And who thought that Nicki was going to tear up? I thought that in the beginning because I was, trying not to tear up or whatever, but yeah, she kept it together. But it didn't really seem super emotional like that, but it's just wow, when you work so hard for something and then the song is an emotional song. So it's and then it's reminiscent of her father who was no longer here. All those emotions come to the surface at this one moment where now I'm presenting my work to the entire world. So shout out to Nicki Minaj for just always seeming seamless and just the utmost respect. um okay, so then she switches to Big Difference. That's when the energy changed. That's when she came out of the coat. She was in full bodysuit mode, and the energy really shifted. Now, I watched Impressive's video this morning on her reaction to the VMAs in general, and she said something really great. Was that she said, like, watching Nicki transition from Last Time I Saw You to Big Difference, and seeing her energy shift was very entertaining. Like, that's the art of Nicki Minaj. The art of Nicki Minaj is watching her transform into her different personalities and different alter egos right before your eyes. So I'm so happy for all the Barbs who were there in the building. If you were, please definitely let us know in the comments, because that was really a sight to see. And yeah. Okay, I talked about birth control, live instrumentation, and let's really get into it. No dancing, no dancers. Nicki was not dancing, no backtrack. And then, when she switched to Big Difference, it gave me definitely good form vibes. What song does that remind you guys of? Now, I wanted to play it so I could, get some lines from Big Difference, but I am not you, and you. I don't know what y'all thought about, but I thought about the one, the two, the tree, and I'm not even gonna say no names, but just Nicki taking back her power after the industry and the people tried so hard for so long to compare Nicki to any and every female rapper that came up. And my other favorite line in the song thus far is you said you inspired by her, but you really inspired by me, something like that. Okay, don't get me wrong, don't drag me or whatever. It just came out. So anyway, I really like that line, because it's like, for the girls, for the female rappers who sit up in interviews and talk about like they never say Nicki's name, or they weren't inspired by Nicki. It's not like we want you to say her name. Like, we're not jealous if you don't say her name. We're literally not mad. It just has to be genuine. But for the girls who don't say their name, it's like, I'll be older than y'all. And so if you're coming up after me, I know that Nicki Minaj was dominant in your life in terms of music, in terms of hip hop, in terms of female rap. So when I hear a young girl, a young female rapper talking about, Little Kim, Foxy Brown, or insert Queen Latifah, insert whoever, it's like, girl, you wasn't even alive that time. And yes, even when you grow up, you can go back and listen, but let's stop trying to evade the obvious. You say you inspired by her, but you really inspired by me, because you say you were inspired by her, but you begging me for a feature in my DMs. So we're not even gonna get into all of that right now. And all them other stands need to really keep it cute. Really need to keep it cute. Now let's transition into the other performance. Only on them seas if it's breeze. Red ruby the sleeves, Chinese on my sleeve. These wanna be Chun-Li's anyway. Yee how? What? Who the told they was me now? I really wish they was sitting in the front row to just see that and hear that line right there gets us all going. Anyway, once again, Nicki Minaj here, no backtrack. She has the answers now. They did amazing. Energy was great. Well, she started off with Itty Bitty Piggy, right? Okay, so let's talk about that. Itty Bitty Piggy, such a full circle moment, because Itty Bitty Piggy was the song that really kind of like blew Nicki up for real, for real. We are 15, 16 years in, and that is the song that she chooses to perform to honor the 50th anniversary of hip hop on one of the biggest stages in music in the world and in the industry. And you just really got to put respect on the transformation, evolution, and consistency of Nicki Minaj. She truly is a legend. And so it was really great to see Nicki up there with all these other legends and performing, right? We have not seen Nicki participate in any 50th year celebration of hip hop, and that's a whole nother conversation for another day, but I'm really glad that it finally came. Now, the one part where I got worried was that when Nicki was transitioning from Red Ruby to introducing Lil Wayne, when she was walking across the stage and some lines from Truffle Butter came on, and it was like, I must have my bottle really on me right now. And I ain't talking about that Lil Wayne record. The backtrack was going faster than Nicki, and I was getting worried because she was behind it. And I was like, oh my God, is she about to perform this whole song? Is she not hearing that it's faster than her? I don't know if that was a mistake or that was how it was supposed to sound, but it was getting me very worried. Anyway, she does this iconic moment on stage, and then right here, and then turns to Wayne, the camera. Oh my God, it's just so amazing the way that Nicki commands the camera and how she shows up on the camera. And Lil Wayne comes out and he has the most amazing energy. Once again, Lil Wayne also opened up the show and then came out for this tribute. And I just loved it so much. So yeah. Hold on. Let us not look at Nicki's ears. Zoom into Nicki's ears right now. Let us not miss the fact that Nicki's in-ears, what she's wearing in her headphones to hear the music, it is red, the same color of her outfit. I didn't see that until today, this morning. And I'm like, wow, like her styling is so intentional. I don't know if they like styled her way back when, because these things have to be custom made for your ear, I believe. And so it's really cool to see that like that much effort was put into her styling in order to even match. Obviously, she has several of these, right? Because I don't know if it's a cover or whatever, but I thought that was really cool. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Let's see. And then Nicki said Young Money. She said Young Money, you know, when she was coming across the stage about to introduce Wayne. And I love that so much because I don't know about y'all, but I miss hearing Young Money. Young Money, when Nicki introduces a track where she comes on a feature, I miss that so much. Right now it's heavy on it because that is the name of her label. Let me know if y'all miss it as well, because I'm like, I'm the only one. But yeah, I think that was it for what I have to say about Nicki's performances. If there's anything I missed, please put them below in the comments. Which one did you like more? Last Time I Saw You and Big Difference, or the 50th anniversary of hip hop with Itty Bitty Piggy and Red Ruby? Okay, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video, and I cannot wait to talk to you again in the next one.